Hello and welcome back to my Launch Complexes dev playthrough of RP-1, where I guess it's early morning, and that's why. Um, right, that's right. I was reading the 64 rather than 63 lunar launch windows. So, when should I actually be doing this? 63, the 3rd of October at 7:39 UTC. Okay. So I think we want something like September 29th. Okay. It's fine. This is all fine. Let's go. Two, 6, 8. So we're gonna warp past that. And we'll take the next opportunity. Everything else looks fine to me. And we have pretty much precisely 4 days until lunar arrival. Okay, looking in ECI. Yeah, I think we're good. Oh no, this is 3 days out, not 4 days out. I actually should have done the original launch. Yeah, I miscalculated. Yeah. It is late. Apparently I can't into math. That seems super weird. I should have downwarped before that. That's quite close. Yuck. So that's impacting on the far side. Not great. There. That's what we want to see. That's nicely equatorial. It's just that it happens to be the wrong time. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, let's try it. Ha! That's how to deal with it. Okay. Come on, give me comms. There. Okay. Oh, oops. I still need this open. Oh. CMF.
Maybe that's not working.
Now it is.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing all right. How was the Elden Ring?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm, I guess at the second big dungeon.
Cool.
Yeah, it's funny that Elden Ring is less frustrating than working on that PC, but it is. Not by a large margin, but it is.
Yeah, just enough.
How's your stuff going?
Uh, Going all right. I'm trying to do a second moon landing.
Good luck.
Thank you. We'll see how this works in practice, because Principia doesn't tell me the altitude of this maneuver node. Because the integrator is hitting a singularity. Because of course it is.
Hmm.
Which, I mean, makes sense really, because we are landing. So I guess I need a smaller velocity decrement, and maybe it will be convinced to give me something reasonable.
Why would it hit a singularity just because you're landing? I mean, I guess you're going straight down.
Yes, it is hitting the center of the celestial. Try avoiding collisions with the celestial. But I'm landing. What do you want me to do? Okay, that still not telling me what my aposeline would be. So, you know what? That's fine. Like, I'm going to guesstimate that that will be correct. We're not going to be that far off the mark. Let's base. Seems fine. We're even going to land in a crater. Maybe. We're lucky. So yeah, it turns out Patchconics is very wrong about how long it takes to get to the moon. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I mean like stock KSP. Like if I went from 185 kilometers with 3130 meters per second of delta V, it would not take me 3.5 hours to get to the moon. It would take me 3.5 days. It would take me almost 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah, whereas in Principia, this is 3 days and 17 hours from literally the tiniest TLI that I could do. Hey, Alex. Right. So this is looking okay. So let's go ahead and couple the upper stage after we spin up.
Does Principia still keep the stock hill spheres for knowing when you're inside of a body's influence?
Yeah.
At least experiments. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't, I mean, yeah, it has no influence over what, like it constantly updates your patch conic orbit and your altitude and all this stuff. So like, I mean, your altitude is just a function of that, your actual position.
Gotcha.
So then KSP will figure biome based on that. Why did everything deploy when I staged? That was pretty weird. Like I'm happy that they deployed, but it's still pretty weird. Oh, I think it's because it's probably I did one of those things of editing something in action groups that toggled something on.
I mean, you can go check.
Oh, that's right. Every time I forget that that's a feature.
It's okay. You got trained on older KSP.
Yes.
And I like reminding you because it was a feature I added. So hey.
Yes. Stage. Yes. Apparently that's activated on stage. Fun. And it wasn't activated on custom 1, which it should have been. Interesting. Interesting. Well, that's fine. Given that we have positive energy flow, I'm going to just go ahead and leave all the everything on. I am, however, going to rename this to Surveyor 2. And let's go.
I'm surprised your unmanned lunar landings are coming in so close to manned lunar flybys.
I mean, I'm still probably 4 years from that, building up the funding to build the launch complex to build the rockets.
Oh, I thought we were last time you were talking about doing manned lunar flybys.
I was talking about it because I'm planning.
Okay.
But I haven't even flown the first Gemini mission yet.
Fair enough.
Like that unlocks next month, and then I can start building it.
Okay.
But yeah, actually building, like I'll have to unlock some more nodes to be able to take Gemini to the moon. And also it's not clear how much money I will need to build the launch complex and unlock the parts for the launch vehicle and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
Alex,
Not
yes.
clear to you.
Yes,
considering you programmed it, that's surprising.
I mean,
you don't know what the ship is, the vessel is going to be like.
I don't know that, and I don't know what level of what the balance is in terms of how much funds I need to pay for the staff to build it in a reasonable amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, yes. Action group editing was added in 1.9, 10, something?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so you can actually tell where we hit the lunar sphere of influence because Kerbal Alarm Clock is drawing the little warp 2 SOI indicator. And now we're in the lunar sphere of influence. So I'm going to extend So I'm gonna look at MCI. I'm gonna extend the magnetometer, which does it let me do under warp? No, it does not. I guess that's only fair.
Alcott Sudden, what version are you playing? Like RP-1 is now at 1.12, so
Yeah.
I mean, are you playing RP-0 from like 4 years ago? One point 3.1. Wow.
Wow. Okay. That's impressive. That's like Scorpio level of dedication. But yes, I highly, highly, highly recommend going to 1.12 and the express install and all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, I mean, just for RP-1's sake, not even for the new features in Kerbal.
Yeah,
So I
although
mean,
we do
like,
leverage some of them. But like having KSP community fixes, and it's pretty nice.
yeah, not just that, but like the updates to Unity. Like, God, I
Yeah.
remember the GC stalls that were happening constantly back in that version of Kerbal.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting those freezes with Principia, which annoys me, but
Really?
yeah.
Okay. I'm surprised that Principia thrashes the garbage collector enough to
I
that.
assume it's
Yeah.
it's probably like all the UI stuff it's doing, which is like the adapter plugin, not Principia itself. But
Okay.
all right.
Do let me know if you get any sound from my besides my voice.
I did before, but I haven't done a bit.
Okay, good. Turn down things. Hopefully, no.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't that. It was like rustling or something, like some moving around
Oh,
noise, not like other audio sources.
gotcha.
Yeah, Alex, that makes sense. Although, like, I have, I don't know. I generally feel like a bunch of analytics data is pretty helpful in practice. Like, I think, like working in games and actually, like reading analytics data and also knowing how seriously we take privacy and GDPR stuff and all that is like has made me a bit more charitable.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think Take-Two did temporarily have some spyware that was not. I mean, was still very mild, but I thought that got yanked too. Like
Yeah,
all we're getting now is, or what we were getting was Unity out analytics that like you're playing a
yeah,
Unity game.
yeah. It may well have been like a thing that they did early on, and there was backlash, or like there was
Yeah.
some like internal revolt or change of priorities or something like that. companies are weird. Oh, I don't want to land in the lowlands. I want to land like actually somewhere relevant. But it looks like we're going to be okay. Serenitatis. Oh, nice. Yeah, see, that was just a complete freeze for like 2 seconds. So we're about 3 degrees off, but still pretty high. Yeah, this is going to be a much less expensive landing because we're coming in much shallower. And it looks like I will have guessed about right with where to put the maneuver.
Congrats.
That is pretty much just experience and instinct at this point. I don't really feel comfortable performing maneuvers with the magnetometer extended, even though it doesn't actually matter. And good, the impact timer is correct now. So let's fire it off.
Isn't it possible to adjust the G tolerance on those when those parts get extended? It could make it so that it actually breaks under.
Yeah, probably could.
Load.
Yeah. All right, I think I want to wait a little longer given our descent angle. But yeah, minute 20 seems fine. And pretty sure that we need to start the burn about now. Or nope, we have reliable indications, so I'm going to throttle back and let that tick down. So happy that those indicators are working again. I actually have a shot of landing okay this time. It was not pretty before.
Look.
Yeah, this is going so much better now that I actually have instrumentation. That ticked down a little bit because we do have a rise in thrust weight ratio, which means we can afford to have the countdown lower. And I actually want to under pitch slightly to kill horizontal velocity. So then we can descend vertically. Throttle up a little bit. That's super weird. We should have the gimbal. We should have sufficient authority, but we seem not to. It's weird. Oh man, I guess I timed my suicide burn a little early because it's going to be tight again. Here we come. Easy peasy. Amazing what actually having instrumentation does.
Why were we having none before?
MechJeb was just straight up lying. There was something like I was building MechJeb locally, and I must have been on some commit that had some problems.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Because Lamont was in the process of refactoring a bunch of math. That or there was just something weird with that particular mission or save or change of scene or something. But anyway. Yeah, because that is more what I expected the landing to be like. Whereas before I had to reload a bunch of times. And it was just like basically binary searching when was appropriate to fire the solids and when was appropriate to ignite and all this stuff.
Gotcha.
So, but here we are on the moon. Contract complete. Oh yeah, and before I forget, let me turn off the battery warning, because during the lunar night, we're not going to have any juice. We know this. All right. And let me just check where we actually landed. We landed there. So that's literally nowhere near Principio is projecting the landing. But that's fine. At least we nailed the Sea of Serenity instead of Ocean of Storms. Okay. So I think that will do us for lunar landings for now until we can actually send good orbiter targeted landers. Can do it another couple times, but I like spraying and praying with solids is just not a business I want to be in. Because like I need to be able to target the biome I'm landing in now. Did give us some money, which was very nice. Okay. Good enough. $370 engineers is a lot of engineers. But for a probably going to need about 1,000 engineers for the lunar flyby spacecraft, which is horrifying. Can't do 875. We can do that. That's fine. I'm not going to keep rolling the dice.
Who's the guy who did headlines?
Bongotastic or what? Bongo something. He's been busy at work recently.
Just curious if he's going to
Bongotastic,
update
yeah.
for launch complexes and stuff.
Yeah, no, he was excited about doing so. He's just his sabbatical's over.
Oh yeah, of
He's
course.
been pretty busy, but yeah, no, he was excited for that because yeah, I would look forward to playing with that. Those numbers all make sense. Yeah, Alex, that makes sense. Feelers are weird because, like, at least in the US, it's not clear whether they're enforceable. So it's a super weird area.
Yeah, the Take-Two legal squad is kind of I don't know what to say about them. They're
There are people who exist. Sorry?
I said that they're a little excessive.
Yeah. All right, I'm reasonably sure this thing is not going to fail, so I'm going to range safety and complete the contract. I greatly look forward to when no longer have to grind repeatables. Because, man, I've had to grind repeatables like never before in this campaign.
Well, it sounds like CMAV's making good progress with programs, so
yep.
Hopefully soon.
Okay. 9-day alarm, and what's happening next? Oh, yeah, I have to figure out what else to build. Oh, I know what I need to do. I should redesign this for Hydrolox. That's what I should do. Okay, so in 45 days, we can start building Gemini. Cool, that's going to finish right when we start building Gemini. Nice, nice. All right, let's look at just how expensive this is going to be. So the first thing we're going to do is we get to change to 10 feet on this stage. Three minutes and 43 seconds. Okay. Huh? Why is it not? Oh, because I was changing extra height. That's why. Okay. Okay. Now, to use hydrolocks, I think I probably want a shorter stage there. Because this is 13 tons. No, that's about right for Centaur. So, okay, sure. It's a big fairing, but it's fine. Do that, and let's see. Oh, I forgot to make the hole. I forgot to fix the avionics. There. Okay, get rid of you, and get rid of you all. That. And change this mount type to Centaur, which is in here somewhere. Yes. And the fairings are gonna collide with it, probably, because it's annoying. RL10. There we are. I don't actually recall in what orientation the RL10 sits historically. Uh, the so like on what side the pump assembly is and stuff.
Don't forget to cant it in a little if you're using 2.
Yep. Yeah, I will. It's I have not actually found in practice that to be useful, but
Oh, really? I thought you'd had cases where one went out and you still managed to.
no. I've had cases where one went out and I didn't manage even with some canting.
Okay.
So at that point, I was like, why bother?
Yeah, fair. I'm surprised you're going with RL10s considering you need to go cheap.
I mean, I need the performance. And like maybe the answer is just to, okay, interesting, I was wrong. It's the exact opposite. There. I mean, I'm going to see how ruinously expensive this actually is. And if it's too ruinously expensive, then we're not going to use it.
Fair.
There, that's probably enough cant. It's, yeah, not clear to me actually how much they should be canted.
I suppose you could sim it, find out, turn one off, and
Yeah.
see if you can.
Yeah, I think they need to be seriously canted to actually have a chance.
Or really close to the center line, I guess. But
yeah. Holy crap. That's a lot of money.
Yep.
Holy crap. Forgot how expensive they were. Yeah, but the point that you're already paying the entry cost through your researchers is a relevant detail that I hadn't thought about. All right, that puts it closer to the center line. Now I need some RCS. Where's the, let's see, where's the angled ones? There we are, angled. I think I want the angled 138s. Yeah, that's fine. What would be even better is using modular RCS so I could have 5-way, but now my recollection is that yes.
Guess what? Sorry.
That I can get away with just that, basically. 2 RCS blocks.
Yep. If you're using 5-way, for sure, gives you full control.
Yeah, this is 4-way, but it still gives me full control.
Right.
Problem is it's poking out. Guess I need to use the 69s. Yeah, that'll fit. It's still poking out a lot. How did I solve this last time? Must have solved it somehow. Using this mount.
Lower and in more, I guess. Did you put them on the side? Yeah, that was not in line with the engines.
I tried that,
I
but
remember fooling around with it for a while.
Yeah, there's things.
Yeah, there's things.
Yeah.
Do you have your RCS tanks yet?
No, I guess I could put them on the tanks. That's true.
Yeah, I was
But
thinking putting
yeah,
the tanks and actually have one of those tanks line up with that thing that's dangling out there.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do this. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Can probably actually get away with small tanks if I'm using bipropellant RCS. This consumes 0.0173. It's 0.07. This has oh, that's only 26 seconds. All right, that gives me that gives me 90 seconds of RCS burn. Oh, actually, no, 180 seconds versus the other one, which was 60 seconds. I think 60 seconds of RCS will be enough. So we'll go with that. Hopefully I'm not very wrong. I guess I can use 3. It's technically 52 seconds. So I'll put a third one on.
Is it 52 seconds of all of them firing, or 52 seconds of
52 seconds of 4 nozzles at a time.
Yeah. Then you got plenty.
Okay. Let's fill that, and the rated burn time is 7 minutes and 50 seconds. Okay, how much LOX is that? That is 11,058. I'm just going to copy it. Oops. Guess that's a little much. 8566, and if we then extend to here, what do we actually get? Yeah, so we lost a little bit, but it gave us some boil-off protection. And I didn't pay for MLI yet, I think. So I need to buy that upgrade. So we definitely need MLI for a hydrolock stage. All right, we are at 19 tons. I thought Centaur was like 15 tons.
Yeah, I thought so too.
What? Oh, that's 1.6 tons already. And then this is another 0.3 tons. It's almost 2 tons. So that's 17 tons. And also, this is not a balloon tank, and that makes a difference. Although it's only 1 ton of dry mass. And let's give it the good service module. Oh, it's got 93 liters spare. We might as well put our RCS propellant in there. Because you can't be less than 100 millimeters.
Where are you putting your RCS propellant?
In the avionics.
Isn't that service module? I mean, it's going to be heavier that way.
Yeah, but I'm already paying the service module cost.
Why not shrink the... Oh, sorry. I guess you can't shrink the service module anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm already paying about 200 kilograms for it. Oh. Okay. So it's not like the additional tank volume is basically free.
Yeah. Yeah, I think only if you fill it does it actually add the extra weight for that.
All right, so let's... All right, I guess I'll just do this then. Okay. So now we can put everything back aboard. Okay. Okay, on the plus side, we can pack a bunch more. Can we go to a full Antares? Let's see. We know we're going to need 9150 plus 2468 plus, give it 75 meters per second margin. That's, all right, so we want 13,530. Okay, so we can't quite do 1250, but we can do 1,000. And let's get back to 1837 on here. All right. Oh, maybe we can, because I have my staging wrong. $572.5. Nope. Can't quite do it. Okay, well, we can do 1100. Okay. Yep, this is fine. 165 tons. My one concern is that's a long time to orbit.
Yeah.
That is a very long time to orbit. But not, it's probably okay.
I don't really have a lot of experience with Centaurs. I usually end up with staged combustion, and
yeah,
feel like that ends up being more cost efficient.
Okay, so this takes 1.6x the time for 1.5x the payload. Yeah, okay, so that's interesting. So the payload is, so we're almost getting equal build time change for the payload increase. And we would if I managed to min-max it so it used the Antares completely, because we have excess delta V. So I'm not too concerned, assuming the contract reward for geostationary is roughly proportional to payload, which I doubt, but
I don't think it is. I think it's sublinear. At least last I remember.
Advance. So it's, yeah, it's the 0.37 hour. So yes, that is very sublinear. On the other hand, we want to fly this thing anyway because we're going to need it for better lunar landers and all sorts of other stuff. And I want to build up the data on those engines.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I will take that trade. But what it might make sense to do is get rid of the casters and shorten this stage. Oh no, then we won't have enough delta V. Never mind. Don't want to do that. I do want to see how it behaves. That is definitely a proper looking stick. Oof. It thinks I won't have enough delta. Why is that flickering back and forth? That's so weird. I still don't have an answer for that. Looks like we might actually not have enough delta V to do this. I'm really paying the cost for that long a time to orbit. Well, let's try it. Almost certainly what I should do is shorten this stage. Hey, Arjret. Did another lunar landing and more repeatables, so my budget's looking pretty good. And yeah, the thrust weight ratio on the second stage is not great. In particular, when I flew this before in the last campaign, I was using 3 H1s rather than 2 LR87s, and that makes a difference. Like, we're still going to have a separation velocity of 2 kilometers per second, but that's a little low for what would be optimal. Probably should shrink the second stage down to like 3 minutes and 15 seconds or something. Oh, we didn't even hit 2 kilometers per second. We were at like 1700. Yeah, we're definitely clawing our way to orbit. Oh geez, why is it? How did that jump all the way down there? Yeah, that's real bad. That's real bad. We're about 200 meters per second short, basically. Yeah, gravity losses are insane. Yeah, we need to squeeze out another 250 meters per second. Which I guess one solution would be more casters. But we're just that pretty anemic launch vehicle. I'll warp. So Titan II Centaur barely worked. And that's with more thrust from the hypergolic first stage. So I'm just asking too much of the basic launch vehicle. Yeah, so we need to gain about 200 meters per second somehow. Well, I guess we can't do that. Oops. No, I'm dumb. Record the delta V first. $13,600. So we need $13,800. That's pretty close. What if we shrunk this? That's not really like, I think we're losing more delta V than we're gaining from shorter time to orbit, but maybe not.
Can't enhance your lower stage, can you?
Enhance, how so?
I mean, get more delta V out of it.
Oh.
Like you're
Oh.
mass bound. Like, because that's going to help both, give
yeah.
you a little nudge and also get your Centaur to have to do less work.
Yeah, the problem is it's going to start, it already starts at 1.3 Gs. So if I stretch it, it's going to be even worse.
It starts at 1.3 Gs even with the casters.
Oh, no. No, it starts at 1.75 off the pad, but when the casters separate after 30 seconds, it's about like 1.3 Gs.
Gotcha. That's pretty anemic.
Yeah. Yeah, I really need longer burning solids. Hey, Florian Bayer.
I mean, if you've got casters, you should have algols, right?
Yeah, but at that point, like algols aren't so cheap, and
I thought algols were only like what, 400 something.
$300, whereas a caster
is 150. But you also don't end up paying for more decouplers because you use decouplers on all your casters.
Yep.
So algols are actually a better deal, especially for you. Algols also give significantly more impulse because they're 10 tons with about 9 tons of propellant versus a caster, which is 4 tons with, I don't know, 3.2 tons of propellant, something like that. So it's worth, it's more than double, in other words. Hey,
yeah.
I've just found them to be a better deal.
All right, let's see what happens. So we're at 73 days and 8 hours. If we then swap to algols, why are you attaching like that? The heck? Okay. Why is it not? Why does it have such trouble surface attaching?
Don't know.
What is up with this decoupler? Nope, we didn't attach to the decoupler. We attached to the launch vehicle. Okay, that'll do. Well, that definitely gives us the delta V we need. At a cost of only 3 days. However, we are now 8 tons over the mass limit.
You just use 3 alcohols?
Yeah, I mean, that seems like the better bet. Because I can't easily shave 8 tons elsewhere.
I didn't actually see how many casters you had on before. Was it
4.
4?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I used the existing decouplers. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could switch to 3, but feels weird.
Why?
I mean, that's the delta arrangement with casters, so it shouldn't feel that weird. But
You don't like the triumvirate symmetry? I don't know.
okay, that'll do. Okay, that barely changed anything. The only issue is that how reliable are these? Uh, yeah. They're only 90% reliable. And the maximum reliability is good, but they're only 91% reliable to start with, whereas the casters are super reliable.
Yeah, fair enough.
99.9% reliable. So yeah, there may be some teething problems. Let's see how it works. Oh, Florian, that's an excellent point. If the decoupler doesn't actually decouple properly. Well, we're about to find out. Nope, looks like the fully decouples. Okay, and looks like we'll be okay. Yeah, so our separation velocity isn't that much better, but it's enough better that it'll be okay. Looks like this time we're going to have 200 meters per second spare.
That's great.
Yeah, having the longer period of high thrust made a huge difference.
Can you fly those alcohols by themselves on something? Do you still have a small LC to launch them with?
I don't have that small LC. I'd have to fly like 10 of them ganged together or something. 7 of them. Like my Thor LC is now rated for like somewhere in the 70 to 90 ton range.
Gotcha. Well, 7 of them gang together would get you full data.
That is true.
Let's do it.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, almost 250 meters per second to spare. Okay, and even in sunlight, we don't have mission critical boil off until quite some time. Yes, we can basically coast the whole orbit without losing very much. Lose even less if I orient properly towards the sun. Yeah, that makes sense, Squirrel, although using just a bunch of casters on a liquid hydrogen core sounds very expensive. All right, we're at 13,911. Let's shrink this a little. Okay. $315 on that seems good. Everything else looks reasonable. Squirrel, yeah, that sounds right. If in doubt, you can use 1220-5s. All right. All right, maybe we can get the last little bit. $13,800. Okay. That should be fine. That should be fine. Squirrel, I don't think that that will be enough to get you orbit. It's probably enough for circumlunar flyby. But to do lunar orbit, you probably need to put about, what? 6.5 tons TLI? And not sure that's going to be enough. Maybe it is. Oh yeah, and let's put some retros on this, because we should have enough margin to actually have retros, finally, again. Okay, that only costs about 10 meters per second. I think we'll be okay. So I'm just going to sim this one more time and then go to bed. Which means I guess your schedule is slipping again.
Yep, it's pretty random right now. But I'm off to bed soon too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cutting it a little fine, but we'll see how this works in practice. Okay, so apparently we need to pitch over more too. Okay, so yeah, now we're at just about 2 km/s separation velocity, which is the minimum I really want to have. And it looks like we're holding steady at about 40 meters over budget. It'll climb once we fire the Centaur. I would be doing so much better if I had a balloon tank Centaur, but I don't want to pay that cost. Of all the careers to not pay for balloon tanks, this is the best. Yep, that's starting to climb. We still have real bad gravity losses, but it's okay. This would definitely be a better launch vehicle if I just had a third engine on the first stage instead of boosters. That would be quite expensive. Not as, I guess, about as expensive as the boosters. All right, so we're going to end up with about 70 meters per second spare, which seems fine. Sorry, 80. Could squeeze out a little more payload or something. Okay, that's enough margin that will be fine. So yeah, let's see how it behaves if we kill a engine. Okay, rock solid. That's cool. Not using all the yaw. All right, so that they're close together and the angled out definitely makes things okay.
Good. Glad it worked out. I was busy bosses.
Sorry?
Never mind. I was just killing one of the main game bosses.
Ah.
But yeah, I'm glad that works out.
All right, let's see how much control authority we have. Wait until we have comms again. Okay, we have reasonable control authority. Yes, this seems like a success, although we're going to have to pay like a third of our current funds to unlock and tool the stuff, which is horrifying.
Well, knowing you, you'll make a lot of good use out of those RL-10s.
Yeah, no, I definitely they're really pretty necessary for going interplanetary, unless you just have really big launch vehicles. Okay, so got to pay the cost for that avionics, which is not cheap. 3-foot proc fairings, not cheap. And tooling that tank's pretty cheap. All right. It's the engines that are expensive. Okay, so we're talking about $19.5 million to build and launch this thing, plus however long it takes the engineers to build it. That's 46. Okay. Okay. That will do. So yeah, let's man, this is going to be expensive.
Luck.
Hopefully it's the right call. Okay. Tool. So $41 million to tool it all. 175K for that. And then the engine config for another 52K. Wowzers. That was a lot. So yeah, everybody's maxed out. So yeah, okay. That is a good place to stop. Thanks for joining, and everybody watching, thank you for coming by. Catch you next time.
Hey, good night.
Night.